Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see you all here today. First off, let me introduce myself. My name is Mark Gale, the Chief Executive Officer for Philadelphia International Airport. I want to thank all of you for coming here today to learn about a crucial step, an important agreement we've made with our neighbors in Delaware County to advance Philadelphia International Airport's Capacity Enhancement Program, otherwise referred to as the CEP. Today we are announcing that the City of Philadelphia, Delaware County, Tinicum Township, and the Interborough School District have reached an agreement in principle that will enable the Philadelphia International Airport to move forward with its airport expansion plan without the need to acquire 72 Tinicum Township homes and relocate approximately 300 Tinicum residents. This step could not have been done or made without strong supporters, some of whom you'll be hearing from today and are standing behind me, including City of Philadelphia Mayor Michael Nutter, City of Philadelphia Deputy Mayor Transportation and Utilities Ryan Cutler, Tinicum Township Commissioner President Thomas Giancristoforo, Delaware County Council Chairman Tom McGarrigle, U.S. Congressman Patrick Meehan, and U.S. Congressman Robert Brady. I want to thank you all for your ongoing commitment to this opportunity that could not have been achieved without your partnership and the support of your communities. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge some of our airport partners, especially on the airline side, led by the new American Airlines, who have played an integral role in this regional economy. With more than $1 billion invested at PHL and $1 billion more committed to the expansion program, this generates key economic activity, including direct and indirect creation of jobs for residents in this region. The CEP will modernize a crucial regional asset, our airport, a premier regional transportation facility that offers enhanced customer experiences, efficiencies, and connectivity. We cannot underestimate the airport's importance as a key economic driver for the growth of our region. The airport is one of the largest economic engines, contributing more than $14.4 billion annually to our region's economy, supporting more than 141,000 jobs in the region, including 22,000 alone here at the airport. And it's important to keep in mind that this is all done without the use of local tax dollars. The airport supports itself. This agreement settles a long-standing dispute and provides us all the tools to move forward in a manner that advances the necessary airport redevelopment and provides benefits to our neighbors in Delaware County. As you will learn today, we worked with our partners to achieve an agreement that, among other things, provides for the acquisition of land to advance needed airport improvements without the acquisition of residential properties, which was critically important to our neighbors, Tinicum Township, and to the residents. This agreement will also ensure the continuity of tax revenue levels for our Delaware County neighbors when such land acquisitions are needed for the CEP. This time, I'd like to introduce one of our speakers standing behind me. For more comments, I'd like to bring to the podium Delaware County Council Chairman Tom McGarrigle.
Thank you, Mark. Good afternoon, everybody. As I stand here today with passengers coming and going, I am truly proud that Delaware County is home of one of the nation's busiest airports. Philadelphia International Airport is a major economic engine in our region and supports thousands of jobs in southeastern Pennsylvania. We all recognize the importance of the airport to our economy, but County Council also sees the need to protect the quality of life for the residents who live in the airport's shadow. Like Delaware County, the airport sits on a small parcel of land compared to other airports, but we both have huge impacts on the local economy, the workforce, and our residents. Airports are job creators, not only at the airport, but all of the surrounding businesses, from hotels, car rental agencies, sports arenas. Companies from around the world pick a city for their headquarters, largely based on access to an airport. So today's announcement is a triumph for everyone from the baggage handler to the corporate executive, from the vacation traveler to the airlines, and especially for Tinicum Township, Interborough School District, and the County of Delaware. On behalf of Delaware County, I'd like to thank the airport CEO, Mark Gale, and commend him for working with all of the parties here to maintain the efficiency and safety of our airport while undertaking major construction projects that will meet the flying needs of the future. Council would also like to thank all those parties who worked on a collaborative, bipartisan agreement that enables the expansion of Philadelphia Airport while maintaining the quality of life in Tinicum Township. This step forward means thousands of jobs and billions of dollars for our region for years to come. It also mitigates the impact on Tinicum and means revenue for the township, the school district, and the county. At this moment, I'd like to introduce the fellow members on County Council. We have the Vice Chairman, Mario Severa, Colleen Marone, Dave White, and John McBlain. I'd just like to say a couple things. John, in his former life, was our solicitor who's worked on airport issues for a long time, and it was part of his fingerprints through this whole process that got us here. He then turned the ball over to our other solicitor, Mike Madger, and if he's here, Mike, raise your hand. But John, a special thanks to you for the great work you did in getting us here today. I'd also like to introduce the Executive Director of the county, Mary Ann Grace. And I'd also like to thank our friends in organized labor who are here today and are big supporters of this project. Thank you for being with us today. One key person who wanted to be here but is stuck in Harrisburg is Senator Ted Erickson, whose district includes Tinicum Township. Senator Erickson was instrumental in bringing all the parties together and getting this collaborative agreement. This bipartisan achievement would not have been possible without Senator Erickson. So we thank him from Philadelphia to Harrisburg, but thank you, Senator Erickson. In Delaware County, we stress partnerships at all levels. We value our relationships with all municipalities and with the city of Philadelphia. On County Council, we strive to work with all parties for the good of the county and the region. It was on May 27, 2009 that we joined Tinicum Township officials in taking action aimed at protecting our communities as the city proposed its capacity enhancement plan. Now we stand together to announce a proposed agreement that is a win-win for all parties. This agreement means the airport neighbors in Tinicum, the families in the school district are considered and have a voice as the airport grows. We look forward to the tax revenue that will result from the airport's success and help our townships and our school district. This agreement brings everyone to the table, and I want to assure the residents and businesses in Tinicum that we will keep you informed as the airport expansion moves forward. This won't happen overnight. It will take years as this project is phased in, and over these years we will work on behalf of our residents to protect their interests and the quality of life in Tinicum Township. This agreement benefits everyone, and we believe it positions Mr. Gale and the airport to literally get off to a flying start on the expansion. So at this time, I'd like to hand the microphone back to Mr. Gale.
Thank you, Chairman McGarrigle. At this time, I'd like to bring up to the podium someone who has been a very staunch supporter for the airport in this process, but also for business and economic development for our region at large. Somebody who is very close to me, my boss, Deputy Mayor of Transportation Utilities, Ms. Rhonda Cutler.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you for all being here with us this afternoon. As you know, many issues get played out in the headlines and in breaking news bulletins. Others are resolved through patient negotiations. There were two ways forward. When the mayor came into office in 2008, we recognized that there were two ways this could proceed. Either we could continue to be a problem, or we could reach out and try to be a partner. The mayor made it very clear he wanted to become a partner. And so it is wonderful to be here today to recognize this successful collaboration of public officials, civic leaders, business execs, all of whom come together to help reach this tentative agreement on one of the most significant issues in the region. And I would be remiss if I did not do a major shout out to Labor, who has been pushing all through the process for folks to come together, negotiate a deal, and get the work underway. So a big shout out to Labor. We clearly needed to form a long-term relationship with Tinicum Township, Delaware County, the school district, and the city in order to move the region forward. And as we all recognize, we cannot stand pat and congratulate ourselves. Well, maybe today we can. But as of tomorrow, we need to go back to recognizing that if we stand still, we fall behind. That's why all of us have been working so diligently to resolve this understandably set of challenging issues. And I will tell you, there has been considerable pain along the way for everybody here. But we very much, even when we were frustrated and wanted to take our ball and go home, we definitely decided that we needed to stay at the table and get this done. The CEP is crucially important from an economic standpoint to the city, the county of Delaware, the region, and we were very sure that we could ultimately reach an agreement. So the CEP provides us with a critical tool to modernize the airport into one that boasts first-rate amenities for businesses, travelers, at other world-class destinations. So while the proposed agreement that we're announcing today was difficult to achieve, we needed to understand and agree that the best way to leverage the investment in this airport was to do it jointly. Our communities are mutually dependent and our collaborations are mutually beneficial. We look forward to a bright partnership with our neighbors as well as UPS and all of our partner airlines. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce my boss, Mayor Michael Nutter.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I was just saying to the chairman that it's just a great place at Philly International Airport that we can also just be the host of possibly the largest playground in the United States of America. Those kids are having a ball back there, and they should continue to enjoy themselves. Raina, thank you very, very much. I want to ask that we recognize a few people, some whose names you've heard before, but they bear repeating. Raina has been focused on this particular issue literally from day one. I knew in my heart and soul that we could get an agreement. This is what regional partnerships and relationships are all about. We are tremendously dependent in a codependent relationship. Philadelphia, Tinicum Township, Delaware County, and all of the counties directly adjacent to Philadelphia. And for my Philadelphia friends, again, re-emphasize this is one of the reasons why I do spend a fair amount of time in all of our counties and many of our townships and cities around the city of Philadelphia. We don't operate in isolation. We're not here by ourselves. We really are a 5-county region that represents 40% of the economy of the state of Pennsylvania, and it is critically important that we have relationships for any number of different reasons. You know, elections will come and go, and we're in different parties and different county lines. All of that stuff, very interesting. You know, it happens twice a year. The other 363 days a year, we have to get stuff done. We have to make things happen, and that's what these partnerships are really all about. So to Raina and Andrew Stober over in the Mayor's Office of Transportation and Utilities, hats off to you. Mark Gale, one of the greatest airport leaders not only the city has had, in a long, long period of time, but also recognized across the country and in many other parts of the world as a great airport leader. Please give it up for Mark and Ryan and Andrew and the entire team running this airport here. We're fortunate to have folks like John Saylor, who chairs the Mayor's Airport Advisory Board, and many other advisory board members here. And John, thank you very much for your leadership here in the region. Tom McGarrigle, of course, our Chairman McGarrigle, and all the Delaware County Council members and all the County Council members, thank you for your leadership and your patience in working with us. It's the conversations at a negotiating table, but often, as you can imagine in our world of politics, it's often conversations away from a negotiating table. This is about personal relationships. It's about friendship. Again, it's about getting some things done and having trust between and among so many of us, and the chairman's leadership was critical to this particular issue. Along with that, our great president of the Board of Commissioners for Tinicum Township, affectionately known as Tommy G. We know why that is, because it really, try saying Giancristoforo 5 times in a row, and it might challenge you. But Tom, thank you so very much. We had a conversation we now tease each other about. We literally saw each other out somewhere one day, and we said, if we just get our folks situated in a certain way, Tommy told me, I know that we can get an agreement. We shook hands, and I said, I agree with you. We're going to make this happen. Please give it up for Tommy Giancristoforo and the entire Tinicum Township Board. We've talked about Senator Erickson. What can you say about Senator Erickson? He did call us out to his office one day, and Senator Erickson is he's very quiet, but he is tremendously straightforward, and he delivered a message to us in the meeting at his office. I thought I was coming to one kind of meeting, and it ended up being a different kind of meeting, and that was okay, because Senator Erickson understands how to make things happen as well, and I'm so sorry that he can't be with us. I know they're in session, and along with that, of course, our great majority leader in the Senate, Senator Dominic Pileggi, as I've said on a couple occasions, once a mayor, always a mayor, and Senator Pileggi does get it, and he understands. 2 guys who are with us, you have not heard their names very much, and they need to be recognized, both of whom coming at this in a kind of, I think in the military they might call this a pincer move. We had Senator Congressman Meehan and Congressman Brady, 2 guys who in their own very, very effective ways look you in the eye and say, we need to make this happen, get it done, call me when it's finished. But also we're at the table and talking with all of us, and I want to make sure that we recognize both Congressman Meehan and Congressman Brady for the tremendous work that they have done. Not only on this agreement, but we are very, very fortunate to have both of them in the Congress. And again, they may have different letters stamped on their registration form, but the one big letter that they have is a big P, and that's for Pennsylvania. Anytime I've ever reached out to either of them, no matter what the issue, in the district, not in the district, but it's somewhere in the region, both of them respond very effectively. They talk with their fellow members in their parties. They eventually make a move toward the president if that's what's necessary, or a cabinet secretary or something like that. And we are very, very fortunate to have both of them in the region. Raina has mentioned our friends in labor, and I see Pat Eiding out there, of course, representing AFL-CIO. There are many other labor leaders and officials, and I want to thank you as well. This is not only about moving people around, but it's also putting people to work. There's a lot of money here to be spent. We want our folks to work. Each of these townships, the county, the city of Philadelphia, and certainly the school district, we need the resources that come from that work. So please, one more time, give it up for the folks from labor who are here. State Rep. McGarelli also couldn't be with us because all the House and Senate are in office. He and I have had a number of conversations about the challenges that we face. Certainly last but not least, and possibly the most important partner, I would say, in this agreement because of who they serve and who they represent. We're fortunate to have our Interborough School District President, Kathy Hauger, here with us. And what could be more important than the school children in that school district, the school children in Philadelphia, and all 500 school districts across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Many of us facing all kinds of challenges, financial resources and otherwise. And so I want to thank, Madam President, your involvement, your presence here today, and please keep doing what you're doing for the school children of Interborough School District. Please recognize our great president. I'm going to cut my remarks because I spent all my time thanking everyone who needed to be thanked. But this airport is critically vital to not only the city of Philadelphia, Tinicum Township, and Delaware County, but the entire Commonwealth and the region. This is an extremely busy airport that has the opportunity to grow and to serve more people. Nearly 31 million people came through Philly International Airport in the past year. We've had 8 new airline services start here. We had our first foreign carrier in more than a decade, and Qatar Airlines just announced early last month and had that inaugural flight. Other carriers will come. We're one of the hubs of now the largest airline in the world, in U.S. Airways and American. And so we have a lot of opportunity here in front of us. We needed to get this done. I'm sure everyone would say it took a little longer than any of us would like, but sometimes with these kinds of situations, you have to get it right before speed kind of comes in and takes over. And so I could not be more excited. We certainly look forward to continuation of the CEP, the expansion program for Philly International Airport. Let's keep doing the things that need to get done. Let's keep working together. These kinds of partnerships will, in fact, result in even bigger and better things. Philly International is on the move. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Anyone that's ever dealt in Tinicum Township knows why they call him Tommy G. A special thanks should go out to the Tinicum Township Board of Commissioners for the great job they do at bringing all of us to the table and working together to get this airport project. Tommy G is the second-generation commissioner. His father has served on the Tinicum board, and now Tommy has served for 24 years. He's a 1973 graduate of Interborough High School, a local businessman, and the president of the Tinicum Fire Company. So I can't think of anyone who has more knowledge of the township than the president of the commissioners. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom G. and Christopher.
Thank you very much, everyone, and I appreciate you all coming out today. Wow, that's coming in with a bang. I want to thank you all for coming out to hear an announcement many of us thought may never take place. We are pleased to stand together and announce that we have reached an understanding on the terms of tentative agreement that would allow the airport to grow while still protecting the interests of the Tinicum Township residents whose daily lives are directly impacted by the airport and its operations. This really is a landmark day for Tinicum Township, the Interborough School District, and Delaware County, and much of the credit for that has to go to the people of Tinicum Township. They have been patient over these many years as we work to make sure the residents of Tinicum were heard, respected, and protected as the plans for the airport expansion have evolved. Tinicum, Delaware County, the Interborough School District, and the City of Philadelphia had made significant progress on many issues of mutual interest regarding the airport's capacity enhancement program that were once thought to be insurmountable. We are now confident that the path to the airport expansion will be traveled successfully with fairness to all the municipal authorities and with the input from the surrounding communities. We at Tinicum Township look forward to continuing to develop a positive working relationship with the City of Philadelphia and the airport as the process moves forward. Our next step is to present the details of the proposed agreement to the Tinicum residents. To that end, the Board of Commissioners will hold a town hall meeting later this week in Tinicum Township. And before ending, I'd just like to thank Mayor Michael Nutter, Deputy Mayor Rhina Cutler, Director of Aviation Mark Gill, Congressman Bob Brady, Congressman Pat Meehan, Senator Erickson, who, as the mayor mentioned, was an intricate person in this whole negotiation. County Council members, President Tom McGarrigle, Interborough School Superintendent Bernadette Riley, along with the entire school board, and Chairman Kathleen Hauger. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my fellow Board of Commissioners. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, Our next speaker, United States Representative Pat Meehan, is another elected leader with strong local roots in addition to his national stature in Washington, D.C. As a member of the U.S. House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure, Congressman Meehan has worked tirelessly on the expansion program that depends on approval from the FAA in Washington. Last year, he brought the chairman of the U.S. Transportation Committee to our area to witness the work being done at our airport. Congressman Meehan.
Thank you, Chairman, and thank you for the opportunity to be here. As the Vice President is fond to say from time to time, this is a big deal. This is a big deal because it's not only 6,500 jobs that are associated with this, and estimated by the end of the decade, some $26 billion in the regional economy that will be enhanced by virtue of this. But it's so critical because in today's global economy, if the Philadelphia region is going to take off, it's going to need to be able to accommodate the needs of a global economy and be able to be a gateway and a portal for international opportunities to bring to our city and from our city the connectivity that's going to be part of the 21st century. And that is what this is going to be able to do, the potential for connectivity to new markets. So it's not just what's being done here today and the direct jobs are going to go to the labor and others. It's the ability for us to enhance the future of this entire region. And so much of it, as they say, in terms of determinations about where businesses will locate, one of the principal considerations is the ability not only for a modern airport, but one with connectivity throughout the globe. And I think by virtue of having American Airlines, the new U.S. Air American merger here as a hub, it creates that opportunity. Just as importantly, if we were going to soar into the future, it was important to have a safe landing for the people of Delaware County, and particularly the structural integrity of Tinicum and the Delaware County and the rest of the region quality of life. And I think that a key aspect of what this negotiation reaches is to accommodate those interests and to make those interests paramount. So as we move forward, we don't lose sight of the structural integrity of important neighborhoods like Tinicum. Lastly, this is going to be an ongoing project. And I look forward to continuing to work with my partner in Washington, D.C., Congressman Bob Brady. We'll leave here today, but we're going to have to go down and work with the FAA. What they call the CEP here needs to be approved, and they're going to need to be able to look at the accommodations and changes that were made, and we will work side by side to assure that that smooth transitions takes place so we can move into the future. This is an exciting time. Next generation air traffic control can be the thing that can be in here to help us reach the ability to make more on-time travel, and most importantly, the ability to create Philadelphia as a center for global economic opportunity, which is going to mean jobs and economy for the people here in this region. I look forward to being a partner, and I'm grateful for the chance and the work that was done by not all of these folks here, but so many people in the context of the negotiations, which, as Rhina said, took litigants and made them partners in the future of our region. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Meehan. And to address some additional issues, our last speaker for today, someone who has made it a point over and over and again to not only call me and check in to see how things are going, but ensure that I visit his office in Washington every time I'm there, on particularly this project, somebody who's been a great friend and supporter of the airport. I'm proud to bring to the stage here U.S. Congressman Bob Brady. Bob.
Thank you, and this is about cooperation. You know, as Congressman Meehan said, we have to leave here and go back down to Washington and do a lot of things, and sometimes that's tough to do because there's a lot of fighting going on down there, and we don't really kind of like get some things done. But I wish I could bottle every one of them here and bring them on down, and maybe we can get some more things done. Mario Severi, state representative, used to be the chairman of Appropriations Committee. I'm still sorry you left there. Knows about cooperation. We talk all the time on the phone. Our mayor is always ready to cooperate, whether it be the city of Philadelphia or whether it be other areas throughout the region, always ready to cooperate to get something done. And our Tinicum Council President, we talked many times, Christoforo, we talk on the phone, I call him, I would check in on him, make sure that things are getting done right, make sure that things are happening. And Mark Gale and being here, we talk not only on this issue, but a lot of other issues, working together, keep working together to get things done. Where's Mary Ann Mahoney? She's probably upstairs working. She's probably upstairs working. She's the grunt. She's the one that, or the staff people that keep this rolling. So we got to say, we got to give a shout out and thank all our staff people. Again, this is all about cooperation with our friends from labor. Pat Eining, Pat's always ready to sit down and try to talk and work out an arrangement. We don't make deals, we make arrangements, and work on an arrangement to get something done. So I agree with my friend Pat Meehan, who me and him, by the way, we don't care about what name is behind or any letter that's behind our name. We're personal friends. We're going to remain personal friends. When I can be helpful on my side, I am. When he can be helpful on his side, he is. And you know what happens? Things like this happen. So I have to agree with him, but our vice president added a couple more words about this being a big deal. He had to put a couple more emphasis on that. And it is a big deal. It's a big deal that we continue to do this, that we continue to cooperate. And the more we can cooperate, the more we can get things done. We don't represent just people in certain areas of our constituency. We represent a region that everybody can work together and make better things happen. So it's my honor, my pleasure to be here, and thank all of you. And thanks for the cooperation that we do get amongst each other, and to continue to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. So it's clear that we're all committed to ensuring that the Capacity Enhancement Program moves forward to advance the economic role the airport plays to serve our region, and that it provides important benefits to our neighbors in Delaware County at the same time. Through the hard work and collaboration of many people, we have constructed an agreement that we believe enables us to move forward together with this opportunity. I want to thank you all for taking time to be here with us today as we celebrate this important milestone, but as has been said over and over again, there's much more hard work to do, and we need to get to it. We're looking forward to the improvements this agreement will bring, provide our airport and our neighbors, Delaware County, our customers, our airlines, and to strengthen our regional economy. When you came in, there's some boards that are located along the glass over here that kind of identify the layout of what we're looking to proceed with. So this concludes our press conference, and thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it.